welcome to episode 6 of my raycasting scratch project. The first thing we want to do is go to pen and change the costume. Set this to 0. Also set fill to 0. Now go to Nano's feet and put this underneath. So you can now press back and click the green flag. So now it's far easier to see where Nano is. Like I said, it's far easier to see that Nano is on the ground now. And it's not, apparently. Oh, sorry, my bad. So bring it back to the center. And like I said, now it's much easier to see that Nano is on the ground. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Another thing we want to fix is you can see that over here, Nano's feet are actually above the bottom of the wall. So we want to fix that. So go down to here, yes. Where we just set it as height. Scratch automatically rounds that. So instead of that, we want to change it so that it's gonna be height minus height minus res divided by 2. And you're just gonna duplicate this and move it here for the set Y2. And now, as you can see, our walls are much better. While we're on the topic of the height slider, there's something very fun to do. Just simply using a multiplication here can completely change it. So we'll place a multiplication here in the height minus. And now, if we set it to 1, it's normal height, right? But when we set it to 2, it's now doubled. 3 is even higher. 4 is terrifying. And if you set it up to 9, you can't even see the top of the wall, which would be a really scary game. Especially this pillar room. Oh god, it's terrifying when it's this tall. I feel like we can just set it to 1.5. Since we'll also be adding something else later. And that would be adding new costumes. Yep, that's right. Choose a new costume. Now, add whatever you want, but with this extra height in our level, the perfect one, personally, is Frank. This big guy over here. I'm thinking of making him big and mad. So, wait. Hold up. I need to close entity types here. So, like I was saying, if you open costumes here, grab this a box from Nano Sprite, add 2 extra space in it. Ooh, actually, you might want to move that down a little, because just like Nano, we have to group it all together. Then we can bring it back. So you might want to lower down the size a little. I'm thinking just barely. Make sure its feet are touching the ground. And like Nano, add a shadow. I'll just Control C, Control V. You can also hide this again. So like I said, I'll just stretch out the shadow for this one. Okay, so now you'll see here at the bottom of our one green flag, click script in entities, spawn 25 of 1. Duplicate this and make it spawn 5 of 2. So now we should be finding 5 francs. So now we should find 5 francs along with our 25 nanos. Okay, Frank? Frank, where are you? Frank? Okay, it seems we made a little error in our code. Let's see here. Check entities. And hold up, move this, this is important. See, we've made it draw 1. That was a silly mistake. Put in the type variable in here. And now press green flag. And while we're and there's a nano. There's another nano. Oh god, I'm being surrounded. I'm looking for a Frank. Ooh, it seems like we made another error. Open a pen and go find the stamp code. Add a switch costume to. Instead of Frank D, we want to change this to type. Now then, hopefully our nanos and Franks can coexist. Oh, what's this? Oh boy, there's a Frank. And there's another one. And there's another one. Boy, there's a lot of these guys. Though there seems to be a problem. I wonder what it could be. I see what it is. Shrink this back a little. And make sure that it's inside of the box. So, put it back in the corner. Sorry, right in the middle. And bring it down until it reaches the floor. Then 1, 2. And you should be good to go. So, as you can see, Frank is actually above our eye level. This is intended, and it's actually working out perfectly. Though there are some glitches on the sides, that's nothing to worry about. Well, that was pretty dandy. What else should we add? Aha! What if we made it so that the map could be shown in the press of a button? So here's the idea. All right, here's the big idea. Make this whatever key you want. I'll set it to 1. So when 1 key pressed, make a new variable, map ghost. Unfortunately, there won't be a huge ghost um chasing us across the map. That would be cool though. No, instead, when green flag clicked, set map ghost to 100. And then when one key pressed, set map ghost to 100 minus map ghost. It should be here. Yep. The way we test if this is working is by pressing the one key. 0, 1, 0, 100, 0, 100. See? Now then, over the player, make it so that when green flag click, sorry, when I receive, actually, we're gonna wanna, so broadcast a new message then. We'll name this, let's see. Well, how about we name this map toggle? Oopsies. So now over at player, when I receive map toggle, then you're gonna wanna so when I receive map toggle, then set ghost effect. Sorry. So like I said, go find the set effect color, sorry, block. So set ghost effect to map ghost. And I'm pretty sure that we can just drag this into level. So just drag this into a level. Sorry. My cursor is just jumping around the place. And drag this into entities as well. So make sure it's on both. Yep. So I'm pretty sure that if you press 1, you can see all the entities. And if you press it again, you can't. Now you can look everywhere. And if you set drag mode to draggable, you can even move them towards you. Hold on, I'm gonna set up a really funny scene. Ta-da! It's a funny little scene. These nanos don't know what's about to hit them. But the thing is, when we open this, shouldn't the shouldn't the Franks have a larger hitbox in order to look? We'll move this one right beside the wall. See? Then close this and look at this. The poor guy's halfway through the wall. Sad. So let's make his hitbox larger. Go to the entities when green flag clicked script. And originally we just set its size to 225 for every one. Duplicate this. We'll make it 225 for the nanos. And as for Franks, let's set it to a big old 400. Now then, we're gonna open this, and whoa, now it's far easier to see the Franks. But more importantly, when you put it right beside the wall and move this way, you can see that it's not clipping through the wall as much anymore. I'll admit it still is, but this is better than nothing. It sure as hell is better than what we had before. We can also close map go. We can also hide map ghost. What else could we add? How about enemy chasing scripts? Go find your go to your player sprite and just grab these two scripts. Move steps, drag that into entities, and then try move. Drag that into entities. Now, while we're here, first of all, we should clean up, place these in a nice area. And also, what else do we want to do? Oh, yeah. Get yourself a when I start is clone block in order to get them to actually chase. This now normally we could just add a move 10 steps block, but that will allow them to walk through walls. But that's cheating. We don't want our fellas walking through walls. Like if we're gonna be making a hard game, we should at least make it fair. So when I start as clone, add a forever loop. Point towards the player. And oh yes, and move 10 steps. Now then, whoa, they're moving very fast. Okay, maybe 10 steps is too fast for a 3D environment. Let's make it 0.5, just so that we have a fair chance. Like, so you can open one to see. Oh God, they're swarming towards me. Oh God, I'm famous. Again, this is very difficult to get past. And this is even scarier when you turn off this. Oh God. Like you can turn a corner and just see a pack of wild manhos. Could there be a Frank right behind me? Who knows? I'm just running. It's loads of fun. I could do this for hours, especially with this on. Like this poor guy stuck over here. But there's a problem. None of these guys know anything about personal space, like, and it's actually causing them to. These guys are sticking together and they aren't moving, and that's a bit frustrating. So, open this and go to your try move script. Sorry, go to your where are they? Yes, move steps. Throughout these. These are for the player sprite, and they're causing our sprites to rotate. This should remove our problem. But another problem there is how it's we need none of these people know anything about personal space. Like they're climbing over each other like animals. So we're gonna open ourselves and so in order to fix that, you can see in entities or we only have it for if we're touching the level. So we can go over here where we have our level or touching entities script. We can move it over here, throw out this, instead put in this nice neat block. That'll fix all our problems. Good. So now we open this back again. And as you can see, now they're all forming without colliding too much. Heck, it looks like they're making a single file line to meet me. Another cool thing we could add is that we can make it so that the colors change depending on what it is. Go over here to your set size script and add ourselves a set color. So we'll get a set color for nano. We'll make nanos, let's say, -10, and we'll make um and we'll make francs 20, just normal 20. Open this and let's check how. So we open one and oh, it seems that these aren't the colors that I was looking for. It adds up. You see, it's because of the color that our entities is. You can open it here and you can change the color. Let's change the color to more yellowish. Fill it in. Now open it back and there we go. Now the francs are a big bright green while the nanos are an orangish. Very nice to see indeed. Now, one more thing you can do is make it so that we have health. You see, make yourself a health variable. We'll just name this health for all sprites. And we'll place it up here, make it a large readout. Now, one green. So now, find your one green flag clicked blocks. You'll find them, don't worry. Yes, there they are. Set health to, I'll go 200. Since these guys can deal a lot of damage. By the way, are they? Oh God! So now we'll make it so that in our forever loop, if go over to your main script over here, yes, and at the very bottom, add if touching entities, then change health by -1. And meanwhile, if again, if health is under 1, then do whatever you want for this. For me, I'll just make it so that the game ends, at least for now. Like, so, like I said, you can just make it so end all. Yeah, just open one of those. Yes, stop all. Grab this. So now we already got entities chasing after us. And we're touching some. Oh, we're touching some again. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Ah, God, ow. And you can twist the corner. And no, there's another one over there. Uh, oh God, I'm being cornered. They're all coming after me. This is a scary shot right here. And as they all started beating me up or something, ow, ah no, I just slowly start dying. Interesting, but come on. Now it's time for one of the bigger things, collectibles. Yep, it's fun to run around this maze, but we want a reason to run around this maze, so we can add some collectibles. So go to entities. So now something we were gonna add is collectibles. Yep, I've already repeated. I've repeated myself, haven't I? Now what do we? So rename this sprite to collectibles. You could theoretically do it in this one, but in the entity sprite. But personally, I feel like it's a waste. So just duplicate the entity sprite. And what do we have to change? Well, first of all, for now we only want one collectible. So throw out this bottom one. We also want 10 of them, and we can set them to, let's say, 3. Sorry. So now set color effect to 0 since we want them to stay yellow. And now go down to your when it starts clone. We don't want our collectibles going after our player. That would be far too easy. So now we're gonna make the actual collectible sprite. So you can choose a new costume. Let's just go for the star. Like you can pick anything, of course, and trust me, get as creative as you want. But for now, I'm just gonna pick the star. Yet again, copy this from Nano. Control C, Control V. Make sure that you group the star, and I'm gonna place it just below the player's eye line. So, you might want to add a shine to your star. I know I do. So make a circle around your star, perhaps add it to the back so that you can get it perfectly in the middle. But I'll just make this a bit bigger, put it right in the center. So click this, the circle gradient. The first one you can make pure white, and the second one you don't want. Make it transparent. Now this looks pretty useless here, but once it's on a 3D screen, everything will start looking better. So that should be all for costumes. I'm pretty sure that if we click this, we can find it. Oh, aha! Look, there's our star. Told you it would look nice. You just want to grab that thing in your hands and keep it, and that's what we're gonna code. So you can stop there. Okay. The thing is, I want to collect these. If we're and come on, you don't need help to collect to add the collecting. So if touching player, uh, So it, it's gonna be if touching player play a sound. We'll it can be a sound of your choice. Like but there is one for this. You could actually make it if touching mouse pointer. Okay, and that could be a very cool game gimmick. Like I'm just showing you the bare bones of everything. But like feel free to add some cool gimmicks. They might even if you have to change some of the tutorial, like no big deal. Hold up. Something. Please hold. There's some noise going on downstairs. Right. Okay, there we go. If touching player, then we'll play ourselves a sound. There's one in here. Uh, it's collect, I think. Yes, perfect. So play sound collect. We'll start sound collect. Don't do play sound until done, otherwise this will have a delay and might kill you. And then delete this clone. You don't want this clone anymore. So let's try finding one of these. Hopefully, and let's hopefully not die doing so. Okay, they can move. Oh boy, I'm getting chased down and I can't even find one of these guys. Hey, no, guys, please, no! Hey, no, hey. Okay, but real quick, let's just real quick. Okay, so we'll find one of these eventually. We won't die as well. I bet it's just around this corner. I wouldn't bet on it though. Okay, no. Let's add ourselves something just for now. Let's throw in, where is it? Yes, map toggle. Collectibles you also apply. I'll tell you when I find one. Okay, it turns out that it's because make sure that your delete this clone is inside of your if touching players script. So there it is. Oh, I spawned on top of one. Very neat. That feels good. Oh, no, I'm being chased down. Where is it? Where is it? Now, this is fun and all, but like, this is fun and all, but how do we figure out like, where it goes? How much do we have so far? How much do we need to get? We'll just use a counter for that. Nothing too crazy. Now, you're gonna wanna. So, to do this, we'll make ourselves a new variable. Let's name it stars. Make it capital, actually. We want this to stand out. So, over in when I start as clone, Change stars by 1 for each clone there is. And make sure that you change stars by -1 for every time you lose a clone, for every time you collect a star. And over in the green flag script, make sure that you set stars to 0. Okay, with that, we have 10 stars left. We now have 9 stars. Up, 8, 7. And would you look at that? There's the halfway through. This game is really fun. And we only did this in 6 episodes. That was the final episode of our 3D Scratch project. You can do whatever you want with this now. You could change some sprites, add some new mechanics. You can even follow the origin. You can even do the original tutorial that this is from. Griff from Griff Patch.